This is Hidden Killers with Tony Brueski. Here now, Tony Brueski.
The daughter kept coming back to her. The daughter still is coming back to her, at least according to the documentary. I don't know where things are today, but
I did look that up about where they're at today.
Yeah.
And she, on probation, the mom cannot see the daughter.
Good.
And I think the daughter has pulled away a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I hope it stays that way. There is nothing good that will ever come of your mother, as much as you want that. And she talks about it like a 17-year-old would talk about it. And so it's no dig on this young woman, but I'm sorry. I mean, she's 17, and she's not a 17-year-old that I think has a lot of perspective on things.
No, and most 17-year-olds don't.
They don't.
You know,
They don't.
I think her dad seems to be doing a good job of stepping up and helping her through this. But, you know, a relationship with your mom for most young girls is it's the most powerful relationship you have. And so to be so traumatized by your own mother, to wrap your brain around that would be really impossibly hard. And so then you have your mom love bombing you at the same time and making you feel guilty now because she loves you so much. And then you're like, God, my mom loves me so much. And she is really sorry she did that.
And that moment in time, she is.
You tend to rewrite your own history.
Yeah. But she needs something from you.
Wasn't that bad, you know? So she's dealing with it in a teenager sort of way because she doesn't have, and I hope she's in therapy. I'm assuming she's in therapy.
Yeah.
The daughter, I really don't give two shits about the mom, but the daughter, I hope, is in therapy. The mom, I honest to God, as I watch that, I don't feel she had any accountability.
The best thing that can happen is if she gets hit by a bus.
There was no accountability. There is excuses. There's a difference between making excuses and accountability.
Well, in the documentary, she sits there and she does like her crying routine, and but will interject, as they all do. We saw it recently in the Sherry Papini documentary, where it's just moments of horribleness and shame. And then, but what do you think about this?
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. I mean, on my defense, he was kind of this, or they were kind of that. And they insert something here that's absolutely absurd, but they think they're going to get some sort of ground on it that somehow justifies the means to the behavior.
Right.
And they don't realize how absurd it sounds. And then they'll jump to that because they got to have something that justifies this insanity, this horrible thing that they've done. And they don't get it. Then it goes back to, I have trauma. I'm like, yeah, we all do, kids. No and kidding. You just made it 1,000 times worse for your daughter. Whatever you just went through, there's a Netflix documentary about the trauma you inflicted on your daughter. So I don't care what the hell happened to you. It ain't anywhere near what you've done to her. And she's sitting there thinking, well, I have that void in my life. And I wish, and it's a touchy thing with, teenagers. I have one. And in many ways, not gone through this specific situation, but I can understand the mother abandonment thing. I can understand the manipulation, the love bombing that these people do to their children to try and manipulate the children when they're the damn adults that caused all the damn pain to begin with. I can understand all this, probably on a level most can't. So
I can vouch for that.
So I'm coming to this story
and once again,
with some of that.
And your situation's similar in the fact that there's no accountability.
None.
There's excuses. And one thing, and I wrote it down, there's one thing that the mom said that really, really bothered me. She said that realistically, a lot of people of us have probably broken the law at some point or another and not gotten caught. I'm sure people drove drunk and haven't been caught. And I'm
as if it somehow equates to this.
What? Like, well, if you ever drove drunk, then you're as guilty as I am.
The fact that she's sitting there saying those things out loud on a documentary.
And I read too that she wasn't going to do the documentary, and she was the last one who agreed to do it. And it took quite a bit of coaxing her to do it. I still can't believe she did it because I Googled it. Like, why did she do it?
That was my other question. Like, because at first I was thinking like did they start filming before they figured out who it was and then they bust? No, they knew it all along. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they got her to talk, I mean, I don't know, but was there a little ka-ching that came?
Didn't I read that? I think that she, and you will relate to this as well.
Yeah.
Because you also have experience in this. But I think that she thought she could go on camera and manipulate everyone into thinking, oh, you know what? I'm going to tell them like everybody's done something wrong.
You're exactly right.
People have drove drunk.
It's the same reason Sherry Papini did a documentary. It's the same way Donna Adelson's taking the stand. It's the same reason Alec Murdaugh took the stand. It's the same reason, what's her name, who likely killed her daughter, just did another doc series about her life recently, where she talks about it was her dad that was in what's not Jodi Arias, but there was
what's that one?
It was another one. She was very attractive.
She killed her daughter. Florida.
Killed her daughter. Yeah. And you know what I'm talking. I just her name's asleep. It's the same reason these people. Casey Anthony. These people think they can just jump on and control the narrative the same way that she thought she could just start saying these things to the children and somehow control their life and the narrative. And that's the sick part about mom here is she went into this and her excuses are, when I was a child, I had horrible things happen to me. And it was my reaction. I was so afraid that these horrible things are going to happen to my daughter. So I'm going to
traumatize her first,
basically going to beat it to the punch.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and control this or traumatize first, which is what so many borderlines and narcissists do. It's let's create some new trauma. Let's create some new drama over here. That's far worse than anything the world could just or naturally flow at us. And then it blows it out of the water. But why? Even though it destroys lives, because they were in control of opening that dam. Mm-hmm. And that's the only reason. It's like the town's flooded. Everyone's dying. Yeah, but I got to press the button. It didn't just break at any random time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You did this.
Well, and then one of the excuses that she used was I was raped at 17. And if that's true, and
horrible, sure.
I have a hard time believing anything this woman says after these text messages that they bombard the screen with more than once. Like they just put up hundreds of them. Mm-hmm. Like, and you can't even read them. They go up so fast. There was thousands. I think they said there was 740 pages or something like that. It printed out text messages. It was huge. So if she was raped, which I just have a hard time believing anything that comes out of
question.
I feel sorry. I do feel bad for her if that's the case. And she does need therapy to get through that. Why does that have anything to do with her traumatizing her daughter in this way?
It's because it's not. Look, she should get therapy without a doubt.
God, yes.
For herself. And that's how therapy should be to begin with for anybody. You're doing it for if you're not good, you're not going to be good for anybody else.
But
so number one.
Interject right real quick there. As you know, and I know too, because I have a mother like this. When people like her go into therapy, it's because they have to, or it's because, I'm in therapy, but nothing that they're getting in therapy is sinking in.
No, they have to participate.
And the therapist can only work with what you give them. So like in my case, my mom told the therapist all kinds of crap. Mm-hmm. That was not true. And we had a family therapy meeting. We all told the therapist what was going on. And I'll never forget, she picked up her notebook next to her, the folder, and she looks at it and she's really confused. And she says my mom's name out loud. Is that who we're talking about? And we're like, yeah. She had no idea. Yeah. And so to me, if she is in therapy, is she really getting therapy? That's
highly
different things. And the other thing that was really bothersome to me in this, there's like everything from point A to from the minute it started to the minute it ended. But the to break up, which seemed to be what she wanted, like break up with him and all this. He starts dating another girl. She, the mom, starts sending the girl and the girl's mom, I think it was, messages.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, oh, hell, this is about the boy.
Yeah.
As much as it is hurting her own daughter. So her daughter comes running to her. It's almost a jealousy thing. I got them broke up. But the messages still weren't ending. I
mean, let's call it what it is. I mean, this is a closeted child predator is what she is.
Yeah, very much. Agreed.
In more ways than one. But she can't believe herself to be that, even though that's exactly what she is. That's why she tells her,
I think she was just obsessed with this kid.
Yeah.
And then she got, like his mom and her were very close because they're trauma bonding. Both of their kids are going through this. And so then the mom is as betrayed, but like the mama who did it, got the other mom convinced it must be this high school kid. So then it's like this witch hunt.
Yeah.
So she's getting other people to go after innocent high school kids who should be having a great time being in high school, playing sports, doing all the stuff you do. But instead they're being accused. Everybody in the school is looking at each other like, are you the one? Are you the one? No, it's this one. Chloe did it.
Yeah.
And it's so sad. There's so many lives affected by this.
This woman is so monstrous at the end of the day. It is shocking. I get why there's a Netflix documentary about it. It's insane that she went on there. I'm glad she did because I hope it ruins the rest of her life.
She's already regretting it.
No, I mean, and I mean, look, these people are not going to change. I'm going to tell you right now. And if anyone in that family is listening, especially the daughter that was trapped, your mom will never change.
No,
she's not.
No.
And that's the one thing I feel like was missing out of this. And I feel like needs to be drilled harder into her daughter by people that she trusts and cares about, that people that she will listen to, because she seems so flippant to be like, well, mom just said. She has the attitude of it like her mom does. Like, this is not a big deal, because I don't think she realizes the trauma yet that was inflicted on her. But she doesn't seem to have a clue
in the middle of it
that this is horrible and should not be looked at as like mom's just made a mistake. And I know dad's probably trying to walk a thin line there of like, well, I don't want to turn her against me. But look, somebody's got to get to this girl and say, look, nothing. You should have no contact with her. This is a monster. She will only destroy your life. She has a severe personality disorder. She is never going to be fixed. She is never going to be changed. This age in life, she's gone this far operating this way. She's already trying to rationalize her way through this documentary.
She's manipulating her daughter.
Yeah, she's trying to manipulate the audience on the doc. I mean, this is how she is. This is the monster she is. Can she look cool and cuddly? And do you have some fond memories of her in one way, shape, or form? Yes. And you know what? So do some animals in the wild until they reach a certain age and the animal in the wild decides the best form of the next step to take here in the wild is to eat the child. That's essentially what this woman was trying to do. Destroy her own kid. Yeah. And you can't. You pretend she's dead. Have a funeral and move on. That is the best blunt advice you can receive.
I'm old, and so I see the end part of this.
Yeah.
These people don't change. And, I know in your situation, we've had a lot of conversations about this over the years, and it doesn't change.
Yeah.
And and in her case, it just makes me so sad because at 17, you don't really know the way the world works. You don't know how, especially their small town. I grew up in a small town. I was pretty, once I left the small town, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
There was some things I learned that went on in the world I had no idea about, because back then we didn't have constant news and stuff.
Or just knowledge that people are capable of doing these things.
Horrific things, and especially your own parent.
Yeah.
And so she's trying to process what's happened while at the same time her mom's gone to jail and has nothing to do other than obsess about how to get my daughter back.
And all she does,
love bomb her the best way I can.
God. And that was a sick part of it. I
Now
love you so much. La, 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 blah, 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 blah. You know what? I've seen that shit too.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's disturbing. I've seen it come in the form of cards every day. I've seen it come in this way and that way, and it's manic as shit. And does it ever make sense to the emotions and the feelings of the person that was initially traumatized? No, it's 1000% for the predator. But the predator can say, look what I did. Look how loving I am. Look how much I care. Look, I sent them all. And then they get to be the victim again because the person that's been preyed upon doesn't want to have anything to do with them. Oh, and now they disrespect me. They don't care about me. So then they can perceive disrespect, because that's the other big thing with these folks. They don't like disrespect. And then they get to become re-victimized once again. And it all goes back to childhood. But at the same point, they just keep creating the scenes to become the victims in, and everybody else has to be an actor in it until the actors finally say, you know what? It's a one-man play. Have fun.
There was and I don't remember it exactly, but there was, I think it was a text that she sent her daughter from while she's in prison. And it's like, I really enjoyed our phone call, but I was really sad because you didn't say I love you at the end of the phone call.
Yeah, that's shit.
That to me that spoke volumes. It was like, the girl probably just was like, okay, bye, mom, click.
Trying to get that little bit of control in there.
And then rather than just go on about her day in prison, the mom turns that innocent slight into this poor me. Obviously, if you loved me, you wouldn't. It's really bothered me all day. I just want to hear you say you love me, but oh well. Oh my God, if I had a dime for every time I had to deal with that stuff in my life.
The bitch
if only you would have done that, but obviously you didn't care. Poor me. Then now mom's the victim. And the poor daughter, who has been terrifically traumatized, is now dealing with, oh no, I hurt my mom's feelings now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, read some of the text messages again. Like, look at what your mom did to you.
These people are everywhere. They wreak havoc in lives. They don't all go kill people, but they might as well for the level of trauma. Sometimes it almost seems like it's less worse that everyone has to go live their lives after the trauma that some of these people do to others. But until you educate yourself on it and understand it, you can't just keep writing these folks off as, oh, well, that's how she is. Mom's this, mom's a little bit of that. No, mom's a monster. And until you accept that and realize that, it's just going to be chaos.
Did you think, I thought it was weird when the cops show up at her house, mom, and they confront her with everything. I almost thought that was edited footage. Like she really did fold
she folded like that. Yeah.
That surprised me. I thought she would have some BS story.
No.
That some excuse, something. Then the daughter comes in and she's like all over her and lovey and touchy and feely and like, I guess I did this, honey.
I got so creeped out by the whole damn thing.
Oh, that bothered me.
The woman is a monster, and always will be. Good reading on this topic. If you are recognizing some of this as something maybe in your life or has been, and you're like, I'd like to get a little more healing from that. I Hate You, Don't Leave Me is a good book. And also Dr. Ramani has a great one out right now called It's Not You. And I highly recommend that one. That's another great one on this topic that will help folks heal who have been in the victimized role of this.
And I have not read that book, but the title alone, because they have a way of convincing you it's you, or trying to convince you it's you.
That's
and when you're 17, you're going to believe it.
And you know what? 9 out of 10 people go for it, and they do. That's how they're able to have this image in life around, but behind the closed doors, it's something completely different.
Yeah.
Just like you were saying, like, is this your mom? Like, yeah, surprisingly it is. Yeah.
That really happens.
It's there's spooky, creepy. Some may say evil. I would tend to agree with that sometimes. But it's spooky stuff. It's a very interesting doc. It's worth watching. It's on Netflix. Go check that out. And let us know in the comment section. What are your thoughts on this? What did you take away from this whole experience? If you watched that doc, did you relate to it? Are there things, is there other advice you would throw out there? Other thoughts on this type of a situation? Cause it's,
I should add, I hope the boy gets some therapy too. I've heard that he's gone off to college.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope he can find a way to put this in the past.
Yeah. I wish the best for all of them.
And his family. I mean, they were traumatized. The school superintendent, the principal, teachers.
And the anger end of this too. I want to say that. Don't hold on to the anger. It's not worth it. You have your life to live. You have your energy to expel. And this person already sucked so much out of you. Don't give them any more of it. Yes. Move on, read the book, pretend she's dead, and grieve and move on.
Mm-hmm.
That's grieve. Go through the stages of grieving and move on with your life. That is the only recipe you are going to find to be satisfactory when you're 30, 40, 50 years old looking back at life, my dear. That is what you are going to be wishing you did if you do not. Trust me. A lot of people will speak to that. All right. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Until next time, for Carol, I'm Tony. We'll talk again real.
Want more on this case and others? Then press subscribe now and don't miss a moment of true crime coverage from Tony Brueski and the Hidden Killers podcast.